ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणं मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Look number 43, 6th chapter. अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच तत्र तं बुद्धिसंयोगम् लभते पौर्वदेहिकम् यतते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ कुरु नन्दन। पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते। प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्धकिल्बिषः अनेकजन्म संसिद्धः ततो याति परां गतिम्। So here we are seeing the last topic of this chapter, and the last topic is Yoga Bhrashtaha. Arjuna asked this question. Suppose a person starts the sadhana of dhyanam, meditation, which is nididhyasanam, and before he completes his sadhanam and gets moksha, he passes away, he dies, then what will happen to that person? That was Arjuna's question. And Arjuna had a fear that that person will be lost because he has not done rituals, religious activities, because he was busy with meditation. Therefore, higher loka will not be available for him because rituals and all other the religious activities are not done. And this person will not get moksha because he did not succeed in dhyana. Means he could not bring this dhyana sadhana to its conclusion. So, he will not get moksha, he will not get higher loka. So, what will happen to him? He will have only lower ends. Means he will have some naraka or even this body of some animal on this earth. For that type of fear of Arjuna, doubt of Arjuna, Bhagavan gave the answer, and very beautiful answer. The answer is Kalyanakrit na Durgatim Gachati. Anybody who has done some good sadhana, that person will not attain Durgati, inferior lot, inferior condition after death, he will not attain. Even little bit you have done. Like they say in pension, even for few months person has put some pension amount, then he will get, even though he stops or he meets with an accident, he will get. So some schemes are like that. So Bhagavan said, I am giving you this insurance that even if you do not reach the final destination, but you will not have inferior lot. What will happen? The person may go to a higher loka, and then he will be born in a refined person. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Abhijayat. Or he may be born in a highly learned family, poor but learned family. And wherever he is born, he will pick up the thread. Tatratam Buddhi Sanyogam. He will attain the connection with that understanding or sadhana he had attained. And then he will proceed. So in spiritual pursuit, there is no fall. As we saw in the last class, Swami Chinmayan used to say, there may be ups and downs, but no fall in this pursuit. So we need not have fear. There can be ups and downs, but finally one will reach if one has started sincerely. So Bhagavan said that person will pick up the thread from wherever he had left, and he will proceed, and finally prayatnad yatamanaha, one who is striving with sincere efforts, that yogi, that meditator, samshuddha kilbishaha, having become free from all impurities which are obstacle to moksha, and aneka janma samsiddhaha, having become successful in over so many janmas, tataha, thereafter, means having attained the siddhi of atmajnanam, atmajnana nishtha, tataha param gatim yanti, he attains the highest goal called moksha. So when we hear this, sometimes we may think, oh, I have started this spiritual journey, I have to take so many janmas before I get moksha. And thereby person may become loose also. Anyway, this janma we are not going to get, because Bhagavan has told so many janmas it will take. So it is something like that your deadline is very far off. Then you become little relaxed. You become loose. So some laxity, some laziness may come. So our acharyas say that here right thinking is what? This is my last janma. Instead of thinking that in next janma I will get moksha, why not this is last janma? Maybe you have already started so many janmas ago, and this is your last janma. If a person is a mumukshu, he is a desirer, is a seeker of freedom, then his or her thinking can be, this is my last janma. I need not postpone this moksha pursuit to the next janma. Human beings are very good at postponement. In any meeting, when that topic that somebody says, oh, this requires so many data, we can postpone it to next meeting. Almost everybody says, yes, we'll do it next time. So we will do it next time is a very, very comfortable proposition. So in moksha also we have been doing like this. Next janma, next janma, next janma, and then we have taken so many janmas. Therefore sadhaka thinks what? This is my last janma. And of course, Videha Mukti, Jivan Mukti is a division based on the Upadhi. So there is no obsession about it, but sadhaka is not loose about his pursuit. And finally he attains Param Gatim. Paramgati means the highest destination called moksha. So with this, the main topic of the sixth chapter is completed, in which Bhagavan talked about these preparatory means, immediately preparatory means, and this general preparatory means. So Bahiranga sadhana, the means which are preparing the person in general, and Antaranga sadhana, the preparation required before meditation. So these are the two topics. And then third topic is what is the dhyana swarupam. The nature of dhyanam is that mind is abiding in Atma. Atma samsam manakritva na kinchid api chintaya. So that is the dhyana swarupam. What is the dhyana phalam? Dhyana phalam is you are happy with yourself. One definition of moksha is this: complete acceptance of oneself is moksha. How complete acceptance of oneself happens? It happens by seeing oneself to be acceptable. When I see myself to be acceptable, I can accept. Merely positive thinking will not work. If you do not see yourself to be acceptable, real self, and however much you say, I am good, I am good, I am great, I am good, it may have some benefit, but it will not solve the fundamental problem of sense of limitation. Therefore, finally, one has to discover how I am acceptable, and Vedanta reveals that. You are not considered to be acceptable by you because you have misunderstood you. When you understand yourself to be what really you are, then you will see you are always acceptable. In fact, you are the most acceptable. And you are Satyam, you are Chaitanya Swarupa, you are Ananda Swarupa. So what is there to reject? I am acceptable. And acceptable self is discovered, there is a complete self-acceptance. And one interesting thing is, when I accept myself, then the world also is accepted. Whenever you are rejecting anything in the world, really speaking, you are rejecting some aspect of yourself. When you are complaining about your spouse, you are complaining about your children, complaining about anyone, your real complaint is about yourself. When you complain about your spouse, what is your real complaint? What, Swamiji, I happen to be the spouse of such a horrible person. So your problem is not that person. Your problem is yourself, who is seen as unfortunate one. Whenever you complain anything outside, your real complaint is about yourself. So if you are comfortable, then the world will be comfortable for you. It is something like somebody has got very good immunity, then wherever he goes, no problem. Otherwise, if your immunity is very low, then even a small change will affect you. Why? Because your immunity is low. He will say a fan, oh please switch off the fan. Or he will say that I cannot go out because so much pollen is there. There is what is called Parthenium. So many problems. Why? Because you have problem in yourself. So when you see yourself to be acceptable, the whole world is acceptable. And that is what moksha. The world is completely accepted. I myself am completely accepted. That is the paramgati. That is a practical definition of moksha. That is the jnana phalam, dhyana phalam. And then the topic of the obstacles in dhyanam were discussed. Yoga Vrashta topic was discussed. And with this 45th shloka, the main topics related to dhyanam are completed. Now in the last two shlokas, Bhagavan is glorifying the sadhana of meditation. That is the style of Shastra. Whatever Shastra wants to prescribe as good for sadhaka, then Shastra will glorify. Like advertisement. So Bhagavan is as if doing the advertisement for Dhyanam. That how great is Dhyanam and dhyata, the meditator, in the next two shlokas. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्माद्योगी भवार्जुन. So Bhagavan is comparing the meditator with all other types of sadhakas. And he says yogi is the best. And here yogi means meditator, not Yogi Adityanath. This yogi. Yogi means meditator is the best compared to all other sadhakas. What is said here? Tapasvibhyaha adhikaha yogi. Meditator is superior to tapasvi. Tapasvi means the people who are doing various types of penance, like jagaranam, remaining awake throughout the night, upavasa, fasting, or doing the padayatra, that the people from the ground, they will go up to the hill, and in some places they do this, what is called pradakshina, by doing namaskar at every step. Here it is there, that type of thing is there. Every step, Srirangam. Here also they keep so they will be coming from their place, and up to that temple they will be keep on doing namaskar. These are the tapas. Or you keep maunam, tapas. Fasting, tapas. So tapas are good. They are very helpful in developing the mastery over sense organs, this mind, body. It is very good. But that is not as important, as close to moksha as this dhyanam is. Therefore Bhagavan says, tapasvibhyaha adhikaha yogi. It does not mean that tapas is useless. Tapas is definitely useless, is not useless, but tapas is contributing less compared to this dhyanam. Therefore say yogi adhikaha tapasvibhyaha. So here we are not criticizing any sadhana. Here we are glorifying the sadhana of meditation. In Shastra it is said, nahi ninda ninditum pravartate, into videyam stautum. Criticism is not for criticism's sake. It is meant for glorifying particular topic. Alright, so tapasvibhyo diko yogi. Jnanibhyaha api mataha adhikaha. Mata means considered. Yogi is considered to be adhikaha, superior, compared to Jnani. Here Jnani should be understood as the scholars in different shastra. Somebody is scholar in Nyaya, logic. Somebody is scholar in Vyakarana. Somebody is scholar in the Mimamsa. So those scholars are called here Jnani. Compared to mere Jnani who has got just information, which has not brought any transformation. Compared to such Jnani, learned people, but not assimilated ones, those who have not assimilated wisdom, compared to them, this meditator is better. Why? Because if meditation is done, person will be able to abide in Atma, which is the means for moksha. Then karmibhyaha cha adhikaha yogi. Compared to the ritualist, the people who do some rituals, compared to them, yogi, meditator is adhikaha, superior. All these things are told for what? Tasmad yogi bhava Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, therefore may you become yogi, meditator. Means give some time and mind for meditation in your life. We have seen earlier, every day a few minutes for meditation will make so much difference. Just 10 minutes you meditate, and you do it sincerely and correctly, it will make the difference. So here Bhagavan is telling that Arjuna, this sadhana is very important, therefore Don't ignore it. Do it sincerely. Therefore, he says, Tasmad Yogi Bhavarjuna. Now, in the next shloka, Bhagavan is telling that all meditations are okay. Some people will be doing meditation on Ganesha, some people will be doing on Rudra, some people will be doing in Indra Devata, Saraswati, different devatas. Compared to that, meditation on the total Lord, Nirguna Brahma, that is the most efficient, most effective. That's what Bhagavan says in the next chapter. Yoginamapi sarvesham Madgatenantaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam Same yuktatamo mataha. So there are various types of meditations. We have seen one is this Devata Dhyanam, meditation on some particular Devata, or meditation on some mantra. You take some mantra and meditate on mantra as the support of invoking the Lord, or meditation on total Ishvara. Ishvara, who is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, who is manifesting in the form of this universe, or meditation on Nirguna Brahman as oneself. So various types of meditations are there. And Bhagavan says, Yoginam api sarvesham, among all the meditators, Saha me yukta tamaha mataha. That meditator, mataha, is considered to be yukta tamaha, the greatest meditator, the most excellent meditator, me, according to me. So, according to me, one particular type of meditator is the best. All are great, but this is the best. Who is he? Bhajate, one who worships me, meditates on me. For that first condition, what? Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan means he has got Shraddha in Ishvara, Shraddha in Shastra. Shraddha means what? Trust. Trust in Ishvara. Person does meditation, he doesn't believe in Ishvara. Then that meditation will not be useful effect. So one who has got Shraddha in the existence of Ishvara, one who has got Shraddha, the trust in the validity of Shastra, which talks about meditation on Ishvara. Otherwise, he may think that the Shastra talks about all meditation, etc., but I don't know whether it works, whether it helps. So, person may have doubt, then he will not have sincerity. Then, person will not get moksha. Therefore, it says Shraddhavan. In our life, Shraddha is very, very important. Without Shraddha, sadhana is not possible. Even your life transaction will not be possible. If you don't have Shraddha in the pilot, you cannot board the plane. You say that whether that pilot is drunk or not, we don't know. Whether pilot knows this flying the aeroplane, or we don't know. Or is angry with his wife and he has come and in few years ago it happened. One fellow was angry with his wife, some divorce happened, and he hit the plane to Alps and the whole plane crashed. So he was psychologically affected, and because of that he hit the plane. Like that fellow may be there. And now recently Ahmedabad thing happened, so it is very fresh in the mind. So maybe that captain and vice captain, something is there. I don't know. The last dialogue was that, have you stopped this switch? So that was, so who is asking who, we don't know. But somebody switch off. So by chance they have got something. So if you don't have Shraddha, you cannot sit around. Yeah, many times it happened, but we hope, we trust that it will not happen this time. So Shraddha is very important element in life. and more important in the spiritual pursuit of moksha. For moksha, Shraddha is required. Therefore, Shraddhavan bhajate. And how does he worship? Meditates madgatena antaratmana. Antaratma means the mind. With the mind which is madgata, focused on me. People sometimes meditate, but their focus is on getting some siddhi, some miraculous power. So one day I also will become popular like this guru, that guru. So that is not ideal. What should be there? Madgata, the mind which is focused on Ishvara. I do not want anything else but Ishvara. That is called Madgatena Antaratma. With such a mind, if a person meditates, then that person, Yaha Mam Bhajate, one who worships me, Saha, that meditator, is Sarvesham Yoginam. Among all the yogis, Yukta Tamaha is the most excellent meditator. So Bhagavan glorified that one who worships on me, who worships me, meditates on me, means one who worships on total Ishvara, not individual Devata, total Ishvara or Nirguna Brahma, then that meditator is the best. So Bhagavan is talking in this manner because from the 7th chapter he is going to talk about Tat Padartha Ishvara. Therefore he is giving like a trailer. Bhagavan's style is that. So before the next chapter comes, in the last two shlokas, he will give some hint about the topic of the next shloka, next chapter. So Bhagavan says, that person who is meditating on me, that is greatest. And two ways we can meditate. One is we can meditate upon Saguna Brahma, with the Brahman with the attributes, Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman, or Brahman without attributes, Nirguna. And Saguna Brahma also, we can worship in two ways. We can worship as our friend, as our beloved, as our son, as our father, mother. So, with Bheda Buddhi, means with the idea that I am a meditator and Bhagavan is some object of meditation. And Bhagavan is my father, mother, sister, whatever. Or Bhagavan is my master, I am servant. That is called Bheda Buddhi, the idea of division. So this is one type of meditation, where I look upon Bhagavan as the master, myself as the servant. Second type of meditation is Saha Aham Asmi. I am that Paramatma. In this manner, also meditation is possible. This is called Abheda Dhyanam. So two types of Dhyanam. Bheda Dhyanam with the idea of division. Abheda Dhyanam, idea, the meditation with the idea of non-difference. So both of them are suggested. To begin with, you meditate upon Ishvara as someone different. And later on, you meditate upon Ishvara as Aham. And Ramana Maharshi very nicely says, Bheda Bhavanat Sohamityasau Bhavana Bheda Pavani Mata. Upadesha Saram he says, compared to this meditation done with the idea of difference, I am different, Ishvara is different, the meditation done with the idea of non-difference is superior, is better. Because that is the ultimate vision. Therefore Bhagavan says, whoever meditates upon me with the idea of totality or non-difference, same yukta tamaha mataha. So with this, the 6th chapter is completed with the glorification of meditation. And the purpose of glorification, praise of meditation is to inspire the person to do meditation. Like any product is glorified in the advertisement. Why? So that you buy the product. Similarly here, Bhagavan is as if doing the advertisement for meditation. Not for his benefit, for our benefit. Bhagavan praised this yoga. So now we will be reading the last concluding part. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे ध्यानयोगो नाम षष्ठोऽध्यायः। Om Tat Sat. These are the three words referring to Paramatma. So whenever we conclude something, we say Om Tat Sat. They are the three names. In the 17th chapter, Bhagavan is going to say Om Tat Sat iti nirdeshaha brahmanas trividas krutah. So Brahman, the Paramatma, is referred to by this word Om, Tat and Sat. What is the meaning of Om? Two meanings are there. One simple meaning is Avati Rakshati iti Om. One who protects me is called Om. So Paramatma is a protector of all, therefore is called Om. Second meaning of Om is all names are represented by all alphabets, and all alphabets are represented by Om. So Om means Sarvatmaka Paramatma. Paramatma who is all, he is referred to by the word Om. So Om includes all all alphabets. All alphabets includes all names. All names are non-separate from all forms, and names and forms are the nature of objects, are the characteristics of objects. So by the word Om, all the objects in the world are represented, and all the objects are nothing but manifestation of Ishvara. Therefore, Om word is referring to Paramatma, the Lord who is all. Paramatma is all, and that allness of Paramatma is referred to by the word Om. Tat means what? That which is not available for our sense organs to perceive. That is called Tat. And Sat means one who is ever existent, never negated. So ever existent Paramatma is referred to by the word Sat. So Om Tat Sat is a very nice way of remembering Paramatma. In fact, after doing any activity, you should say what? Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat means it is over. Finally, it is Samarpanam to Ishvara. Om Tat Sat is a name, the threefold name of Paramatma. So we are remembering Paramatma as an expression of gratitude that we could complete this chapter. In life, gratitude is very important, and gratitude can be expressed in various ways. One way is remembering Paramatma. And then it said iti means thus ends. This is how it is completed. What is completed? 6th chapter, where Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su. In Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter is completed. And this Bhagavad Gita is elevated to the status of Upanishad. Because Upanishad are doing the job of destroying the samsara of the person. And Bhagavad Gita also doing similar job. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita are glorified as Upanishads. And what is the topic of Upanishad? Brahma Vidyayam. So to show that Bhagavad Gita is Upanishad, one more word is used, Brahma Vidya. This Bhagavad Gita is in the form of the teaching on Brahman or the knowledge of Brahman. Yoga Shastra means the scripture dealing with the preparatory means. Before I get knowledge, I have to prepare myself. How to prepare myself? That is given in Bhagavad Gita. And that is why Bhagavad Gita is called Yoga Shastra. Here yoga means preparatory means. Shastra means the scripture. The scripture dealing with preparatory means is called Yoga Shastra. And Bhagavad Gita is Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra both. Therefore it is referred to by these two words. And this Bhagavad Gita is Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. It is in the form of dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. In our tradition, most of the teachings are given in the form of dialogue, to suggest that This knowledge is to be gained from the teacher. And also it is suggested that if you have a doubt, you are allowed to ask questions. Because it's a matter of understanding. And when you are trying to understand something, you will have doubts. So doubts are allowed. That also is suggested by this title Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Sixth chapter, Nama, which is called Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga means the chapter for which yoga, the topic is Dhyanam, meditation. So the chapter related to meditation is completed. And in this chapter, as we saw, 6 topics are discussed. First topic is Bahiranga Sadhana. Remotely contributing sadhanas called Karma Yoga, self-confidence, having disciplined life. All these are what? Bahiranga Sadhana. And Antaranga Sadhana. In Bahiranga Sadhana, one more thing is moderation in everything. That is a Bahiranga Sadhana. Means remotely contributing sadhanas. Antaranga Sadhana means the preparations to be taken care of before meditation. Like what? Withdrawing the organs, withdrawing the mind, withdrawing making the prana even, and try to have proper place, proper time, all these, and having the conviction of buddhi, all of them are called antaranga sadhana. Then the third one is dhyana swarupa dhyana phalam. What is the nature of dhyanam? What is the result of dhyanam? We just now saw the nature of dhyanam is withdrawing the mind from everything else and focusing the mind on Atma. Atma samsam manah kritva na kinchidapi chintaye. That is what dhyanam is. Focusing on Atma and withdrawing from Anatma. What is the result? Just now we saw that self-acceptance, dissociation from all dukkha, and this tattva nishtha, you remain so grounded that nobody can shake you. Paramalabha means you have got sense of fulfillment. You do not have anything to be achieved later on. Here and now, you are having the sense of fulfillment. So that is called dhyana phalam. So that was the third topic, dhyana swarupam, dhyana phalam. Then the fourth topic is dhyana pratibandha, the obstacles in meditation. And what are the obstacles? Laya, sleepiness. Vikshepa, distraction of the mind. Kashaya means feeling stunned. And rasaswadaha, enjoying the experiential happiness in meditation. So these are the obstacles. And here mainly the obstacle in the form of distraction of the mind was talked about as Arjuna asked the question that my mind is chanchala, what to do? Bhagavan says abhyasa and vairagya you can be mastered. So the fourth topic is dhyana pratibandhaka pariharasya, the obstacles in meditation and solution. Fifth topic is yoga bhrashta. If somebody started his journey but could not reach in the pursuit of dhyanam, then what happens to that person? That was described in the fifth topic, 37 to 45th sloka. And the last topic is yoga stutihi, glorification of meditation. So meditation is not ordinary thing. People should value their sadhana. We have seen earlier that whatever sadhana you do, you value by yourself. I am sitting for meditation, so I keep my mobile switch off, I keep the door closed, and I tell people that I am now going for meditation. So value your sadhana. And therefore to create the value for the sadhana of dhyanam, Bhagavan glorified yoga by saying that yogi is superior to tapasvi, karmi, jnani, all of them. Therefore yogi bhava. So yoga stuti was the last topic. So with this, the sixth chapter is completed. And Now we will be entering into the 7th chapter from the next class. And that will be a big transition because Bhagavad Gita is divided into three parts: 1 to 6 chapter, 7 to 12, and 13 to 18. And 1 to 6, especially 2nd to 6, these 5 chapters or 6 chapters are primarily dealing with Tvam Padartha, you. Whereas the 7 to 12 will be focusing more on Tat Padartha Ishvara. And 13 to 18 will be focusing more on what is the relationship between Tvam and Tat. The relationship is oneness, and that will be highlighted from 13 to 18. And first 6 chapters are focusing on self-effort. Bhagavan says, Uddared Atmanatmanam. You make efforts. Whereas 7 to 12 is focusing on the grace aspect of Ishvara. So Bhagavan says, when you are sincere in your effort, I will shower my grace. That will be highlighted from 7 to 12. Here Bhagavan is telling, you make effort. And in the 13 to 18, the values will be highlighted. Certain values will be highlighted. And in first 6 chapter, the sadhana of karma yoga is highlighted. 7 to 12, upasana yoga is highlighted. And 13 to 18, jnana yoga is highlighted. In this manner, there will be a division of these chapters. So from the next class, we will be seeing 7th chapter, which talks about Ishvara as Jagatkara. More details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnah Purnamudachyate Purnasya